Welcome back, everyone, to Heart Renderings. I hope you're enjoying the stories. Today's prompt is: there are some questions one should know by heart. There are some questions one should know by heart. I get it. Or rather, I acquired a few in a fever dream. I imagine there's something about delirium that sets your mind alight. Number one, what do you value most in your life? Actually, 3 things that you value most. 2, what do you long for? And what are you willing to do to get it? 3, how do you know you're being loved? I'm not one ever for cocktail conversation. So if I end up at gatherings like that, people will be blasted with those ponderings. After all, everyone wants to be known, and how better to know a person than asking inquiring questions? Anything short of interesting and probing is boring to me, and I'd rather be home watching BritBox and crocheting. That's what life's come to for me at 72. Not to be a snob, but what's the point of idle chatter? Well, so much for that self-righteous rant. It actually all began after I became acquainted with a fascinating otherworldly being. I'm not completely clear to this day how he manifested into my life, other than showing up one day, or rather one night, at my window. Really? The window? Well, seems it's his preference, as I was asleep in my bed by the window, and it was close, or so I said to myself. He was quite an interesting character, dressed in a gray suit, long trench coat, and a black fedora. Maybe he was a mobster. One can never be sure. He was from the past, and he said his name was John. He was sent by some angelic council to assist me in a decision I was to make in the future. A life decision. I listened closely to this information, took notes, and asked questions. He said, "This decision will surely change my life." "For the better?" I asked. He said, "It all depends on how you intend it to go." He then said he had to leave and hoped I'd decide well. That was 5 years ago. I've never forgotten it, and tomorrow is the day of the decision. The end. Thank you for listening. Please tell your friends.